So to water your garden without a water hose and water being on all the time and risk causing a flood in your backyard, first of all, you're gonna need a bucket. That one's about 10 gallons. We were gone for about 8 days, and it watered for 15 minutes a day, and it only used about half of it. We've been back a couple days now, so the water level's a little bit lower. You're gonna need the bucket. You're gonna need a pump. There's a pump down there. I got that at Harbor Freight for like 15 bucks. You're gonna need a timer, electric timer that you plug in the wall. Here's the one I got. You can barely read it there. Got it from Harbor Freight for like $4.99, and I'll show you in a minute how that worked. And then you're gonna need a little manifold for a drip sprinkler system. There's the one I got. I got that one at Tractor Supply for like $2.99. It goes in from the hose from the pump, and it goes into four small tubes. And of course, you're gonna need the poly tubing too. But each one, our squash was just about dead before we left, so it wasn't the lack of water that caused it to look like that. It's towards the end of the season, but we got a one going to each one of these. There's a jalapeno plants, a little dripper going to each one of these. Like I said, they run for 15 minutes a piece, and I got here and they were nice and wet around all the plants. And it's hot here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So what you do, just plug your, I put this in here just to keep the water off of it, the wet. Plug your pump into your timer into your wall. You set the use the directions, set the timer to the appropriate time according to what time it is, and then you use these little switches on here. Let's see which one. When you turn one on, it activates it for that time for 15 minutes. It's in 24-hour format on there. $4.99 at Harbor Freight. There's a switch. You turn it on. You plug, I guess you could plug up to 2 things into it. Anyways, just plug that in, fill your bucket with water, plug your pump into it, and it'll water it. It'll water your garden. This is just a small garden, but of course, if you had a bigger one, you'd probably have to figure something else out. But this worked out good for a small garden. You could probably move this setup inside your house and move all your house plants around, and do the same thing that way inside, and you wouldn't have no risk of any sort of flooding. This thing worked exactly like it was supposed to. In fact, I'm probably going to start watering it like this from now on, because it's very consistent. So anyways, if you ever had to travel and you have live things that you want to keep alive, it gets over 100 with hardly any humidity here in Las Cruces and New Mexico, and this worked out really good for us. So enjoy. I hope it works for you.